Okay, this is about the gay communities and how they've done 9/11. They've done this to attack Group 7, and we're being called too slim for anal sex, and we're also the progressive world that progresses into heterosexuality. Okay, so the gays are attacking Group 7, that includes all the universities, the education system, uh, and a lot more, and the sciences. And the gays are desperately attacking the education system right now, making all the students as homeless as they can. That's what the councils and the gays are doing right now. They're the gays from the upper classes. They also done 9/11. They're doing it to attack Group 7. Group 7 is led by the It guy, and he is called head of the T Group and represents India, China, Russia, America, and Europe. Now, the gays have been attacking Group 7 and this guy for many years. And then in 1999, the gays sent me homosexual sex porn in my internet, which I didn't want. I was horrified, and I deleted it. They are gay paedophiles, and they sent me gay porn in my internet in 1999. And then they posed as a 12-year-old girl and kept asking me would I have sex with a 12-year-old repeatedly. I kept saying no to them in an internet forum. And then after they said this about 40 times repeatedly like a machine gun, would I fuck a 12-year-old? I kept saying no to them. And then he told me he was going to cut my throat. And then I said, and to but they said they're going to cut my throat previously, about a week before, the same group. So I said eventually to their question, will I fuck a 12-year-old? I eventually said maybe, right, because I didn't want him to cut my throat. And so that's what happened there. And that was in 2000 and the year 2000. And then the gays went on to do 9/11, saying I did something wrong. Right, so okay, I don't want to cut a long story short, but I have to because this is an argument and a story about Zelensky. All right, so now after 9/11, um, they then started waterboarding me. The gays, the rent boys, the prison communities, their gay communities led by the lords, the gays and the lords, and they're the head judges and the gay people. Right now, they just started waterboarding me in about 2004, where they get a big rock and they smack it against a large wooden board, and they do this throughout the night in the flat that you live below. All right, so they're doing it in the flat downstairs in the council flats. And the council and the gays placed me with a guy who was going to do this waterboarding, which keeps me up all night with sleep deprivation. So they did this for 3.5 years every single day. I had to move out, leave many, many times, and I couldn't leave. I didn't have the money, so I had to go back, and they started waterboarding again. All right, so they're doing this, and I eventually left. And during that time, they killed Maddie as well. And Judd Charlton, who headed the gay communities, the icon of the gay communities, he told me he ate Maddie McCann. All right, so now these gays also hate Russia because there's beautiful women there. They're heterosexuals, and they're desperately attacking Russia. And this is Maddie's group, the Maddie murdering group, also Ian Huntley gangs and waterboarding, and they've done 9/11. They're also Zelensky and the gay communities, and they're attacking Russia right now. So Zelensky is all the gay bars in Soho in London, for instance. They've done 9/11, the waterboarding, the It guy to attack Group 7 because they're called being too slim for anal sex. Now the education world is being pulled down. The science world, the music world, the acting and film world and the royals all being pulled down by Zelensky and the gays. He's specifically attacking the King's family, which includes the It guy and Group 7. And the gay bars of Soho and Blackpool and San Francisco and Florida, gay bars everywhere are Zelensky, and they've done 9/11. and now they're attacking Russia. There's a track you might know by Calvin Harris called "How Deep Is Your Love," and this song is actually a true story, and it's about my story because I'm called the head of the T group, and I've been maneuvered, manipulated all around Europe with all types of attacks, starting off with 9/11, and then waterboarding, and then 7/7, and then now Zelensky. All right, now here's all the gay bars. All right, they're calling us too slim for anal sex, and that we're also the science world. They don't want to educate themselves. They don't want to man up and be a real man and do something with their life. Instead, they want to be bodybuilders and drug addicts. And that's what Zelensky supports. He doesn't want. He's pulling down the science world specifically right now. He killed a scientist, a British scientist called Ken Campbell. Why'd you do that? Right, because they're attacking the science world, the education world. All the students in Britain are now becoming homeless with huge debts incurred by the councils, the gay communities that did 9/11, 7/7, and now Zelensky. So this brilliant song by Calvin Harris, "How Deep Is Your Love," is actually about the head of the love group, head of Group 7, the It guy, and how I ended up being chased out of Britain by Pakistanis. All right, they chased me out of England, and I couldn't come back, so I had to go to France, and then the Africans chased me out of France. All right, so and then I moved into all the countries throughout Europe, Italy, Slovenia, uh, Albania, Greece, Latvia, and then into Russia. Uh, what happened is I ended up getting beaten up by the border control people of the EU. The EU border control people knew who I was, and they contributed to the terrorism I was receiving by beating me up about 3 times in an interrogation room, beating me up, trying to break my ribs by a guy who was bigger than Mike Tyson. Right, so that's Zelensky and how they treat the Group 7. And this is really what started the Ukraine-Russian war as well, because this at this time was about 2 years before the Zelensky turned up. All right, so 2 years before that was this attack to me by the EU border controls that beat me up 3 times, tried to break my ribs, uh, and then they treated me very hostile. They knew who I was. And they knew I was connected to Russia as well. And they beat me up several times, threatening to kill me with a gun. They dragged me into the forest. My life was a horror story at that time. And that was Zelensky's group 2 years before the Zelensky Russian war. And I'm Group 7. Russia is supporting Group 7. All right, so this is what the meat of the war is right now. Is that Russia is supporting Group 7. All right, Zelensky is the group that did 9/11, and Russia is defending themselves after being attacked yet again by Zelensky's group when they attacked Group 7, that includes Russia. And in the song by Calvin Harris, "How Deep Is Your Love," it says, "Hit me harder, hit me harder." Well, I was being dragged into the forest, and then they're smacking my broken foot with a massive stick, and giving me extreme pain in the extreme cold out in the forest, and they're threatening to shoot me and kill me, and threatening to imprison me for 20 years and stuff like that. It was horrendous. And this is Zelensky and how he treats Russians and also British people because I'm from England. I'm adopted by a British king and I'm connected to the royal family and also to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is playing my dad's part. And my dad had a friend called Donald who was a Jamaican guy, and my dad is the head of Europe, head of Holland, and he's now America, and Zelensky is attacking us grievously. And then soon after, I was attacked by the EU border control people. Soon after, about a year later, the Ukraine-Russian war starts, where Ukraine is further attacking Russia, and the Group 7. Zelensky plans to go for Sweden next. Sweden is on his hit list. So is Italy and Spain, and especially France. He doesn't like France. Zelensky hates France. He's literally ruined France. And it's Zelensky's fault. He's the EU. He's the result of mass immigration into France. That is the worst immigration around the world right now. Is going on in and around France. And it's Zelensky's group. The gay people, the gay bars of Soho, central London, are packing countries full of Africans because they're bigger for anal sex. Anal sex, and also it's anal sex pedophilia. So those African men are here to have sex with your young boys. They're very open about having sex and anal sex with little boys starting from 5 years old. That's what Zelensky's group is. It's the homosexual group that have sex with little boys of 5 years old and older. And that Zelensky is head of the mass immigration into Britain right now and taking all our hotels, and we're having to pay bills to look after his army. His army of those immigrants. And when he says he's not worried, well, that's what he means. His army is sitting in our country ready to attack. That's what they're doing. That's what Zelensky is bringing his immigrants to attack Britain. They're going to kill our British girls. We already know this. That's why we need to get rid of them, all of them, thousands of them. And that Zelensky must be stopped from attacking Britain. That is preparing to do right now. And those are the facts. It's Zelensky's group that are preparing to attack Britain en masse using those immigrants to attack us. So he must be stopped and caught and imprisoned, because that's treason of the highest rank. So Zelensky's group is homosexualizing Europe. That's what it's done to France. Mass African immigration is to homosexualize France, a sovereign country. They're doing it to Britain right now with little boats. They're all coming in, brought in by the gay communities, and there's going to be gay activity everywhere. And part of that is megalomania and the murder of young girls killed by gay paedophiles, megalomaniac, deluded psychotics. All right, so the mass immigration brought in by the gays is to homosexualize Britain, and that the immigrants, and we're paying for the gay people to bring in their boyfriend, the immigrants, and we have to pay for this, while other people are having suffering cuts through benefits because they're heterosexual. No one cares. All right, now we have to reverse all gay activity in this country, and then we'll see a prosperity arising from that, like you've never seen as well. That predates our great economic depression that we've all been affected by, and we're still in. In many ways, we're still in there. We haven't come out of it, right? Because the gays have got us in there, stuck us in there like a rut, like a crocodile. But we're not that crocodile. Unless some of us are not, and we're going to get out. And this is our way: is to reject Zelensky, reject EU, reform the European Union, the European group, Sweden, Italy, Spain, Russia, America, England. That's the new European group. All right, and we're not under it. We're not going to adhere to Zelensky and his tiny little brain, and love for Europe is not evident. There's no evidence. He hates Europe, so he needs to get out. Certainly, Zelensky needs to pay the bills for all the hotels to house his army throughout England and Europe and Sweden included. Zelensky has to pay the bills for that. It's his army. So why are we paying for it? We should not be paying for it. He has to pay for it. He's got the money now to pay for it. All right. So he's also committing the crimes like the Southport murders, the Nottingham murders, Maddie, Ian Huntley gangs. Jack the Ripper is also Zelensky's group, and the crimes that they're causing is costing. Now the Ukraine has to pay, right? Because we know where they are. We know they got a lot of money now, and they're going to have to pay. They're costing England a fortune with these hotels and their immigrants. Now Zelensky has to pay for that. And that the homosexualization of Britain is costing British people a fortune. Right, Zelensky has to pay for that. It's his homosexual group doing that. Right, you pay for that, not us. We're heterosexuals, leave us alone. Yeah, we're not paying for your homosexualizing and killing us all, or killing us all off like we're nothing. Yeah, you're psychopathic gay people. You're extremely narcissistic and retarded, deluded and psychotic. You're very ill, megalomaniac kind of like intentions, uh, and you've got the sickest sex and perversions to kill young girls, part of your homosexuality. And then also, we have to pay for your homosexualising Britain by paying for your hotels, costing the benefit people and benefits and the student people a fortune. We can't afford it. We need to put our money into the students first, not into boat immigrants to homosexualise Britain that we don't and we haven't voted for.